The Tampa Bay Buccaneers hit the road to begin 2023 off to the Great North. Not the one with ham, beef, and honeybee, though. The one with Captain Kirk and JJ. That would be a great crossover episode. We'd all watch it as closely as the Buccaneers are going to be watching Justin Jefferson this week.
He caught it! No way! Are you kidding me with that catch, JJ?
Minnesota's offense, more than even last year, is set to binge on Mr. Gritty. No cook in the kitchen anymore, and Jefferson is aiming for the 2K mark this year. He's priority number one on the Bucs' defensive checklist.
20-15-10, dances to the right to the 5, dives for the end zone, touchdown!
Jefferson moves all over the field formation-wise. He won't find Waldo on the outside, though. Bucs have Jamel Dean on one side, held QBs to a middling 75 rating last season.
Going deep, down the field, intercepted! Jamel Dean with a terrific pick.
Carlton Davis will be on the other side, also a 75 rating dude.
Is intercepted, picked off at the 30-yard line, and Carlton Davis makes a diving catch.
Could mean JJ attacks the slot quite a bit, because that's Tampa Bay's unknown. Kirk Cousins, of course, the guy who will be trying to feed Jefferson, comes in off a 29 TD campaign looking to cut down on his INTs this season.
He's gonna fire right! Yes! KJ Osborne! You're so cold-blooded! Touchdown!
Vikings passing attack is expected to lead the way for their offense this season and this week, so expect lots of passes to tight end TJ Hawkinson as well, Pro Bowler last year.
Look center, yes! It is TJ Hawkinson, yes!
From there, Cousins has KJ Osborne to work with. He should still factor in plenty.
Cousins throws, end zone, touchdown, KJ Osborne.
And it's the regular season debut of their first-round draft pick, wide receiver Jordan Addison.
Fires to the left, Jordan Addison with the catch, his first National Football League preseason catch.
As you can see, it's going to be a tough cover for Tampa Bay's secondary. Ipso facto, they'd love to pressure Cousins as much as possible. Don't have any idea if I used that right, and I'm not going to Google it. Outside linebacker Shaq Barrett is their big sack man. He's coming back from an injury-shortened 2022.
Running for his life, Barrett's going to tackle it, sack!
Vikes have to deal with Vita Vea in the middle, 6.5 sacks from the nose tackle spot. He's one of the best there.
He's sacked by Vita Vea. Wow, up the gut, Vea gets to the quarterback and slams him to the turf.
Linebacker Devin White has never heard a blitz call he wasn't into. 5.5 QBs blown up for him last season.
Hey, we just got to get in that zone. Once we get in that zone, it's over with.
Minnesota's pass rush also going to have plenty of opportunities to make their trips home, because the Bucs' offense is also expected to be mostly an aerial affair.
Brady throws a deep pass toward Evans, near sideline. He makes the catch of the 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Mike Evans has just gone over 1,000 yards receiving for the 9th consecutive year.
Mike Evans, star of their O show. How big a star is he this week and this season, dependent on the play of Baker Mayfield, making his first regular season start for the Bucs after living the nomad life.
Mayfield goes toward the end zone. Caught ball. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Fire the cannons. Trey Palmer climbed the ladder in the end zone.
Minnesota DBs not only have Evans to chase, they have to deal with Chris Godwin as well. 100-plus catches, 1,000-plus yards last year.
Brady throws a screen out to Godwin, to the goal line, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Who else can Mayfield rely on? That's one of the things we're going to learn from this game. Mayfield's O-line is different than the one Tom had. He has Tristan Wirfs on his blind side. That's comforting. But they could be susceptible at right tackle, so don't be shocked if Danielle Hunter takes some extra reps on that side in this game. Pro Bowler in 2022, 10.5 sacks.
In trouble, he goes down as Danielle Hunter comes in like a bullet.
DJ Wanham is their other bag man, though he only collected 4 last year.
Jalen is hit from behind, and he's sacked. DJ Wanham.
Is Minnesota's secondary a nice break-in game for Mayfield? Stopping passes wasn't their forte a year ago, and they lost their best 2 cornerbacks.
Chucks one towards the center of the field. There are 3 Vikings there, and somehow that was caught in between 3 Vikings.
This is the first shot at some unknowns maybe making their skull mark. Their cornerbacks will have the luxury of having safety Harrison Smith backing them up. Baker having to be aware of where he is lurking. He played the pass well last year with 5 picks.
Throws middle high, and it's intercepted. Harrison Smith with the takeaway.
The big X factor in this matchup, the run games. Minnesota was tied for 27th in rush attempts in 2022. Said adios to Dalvin Cook. So this game is a first in a way for Alexander Mattison as the big hombre. He didn't crack 4 a carry last year, but the job is his.
Handoff. Madison breaks through for the touchdown.
Meantime, no team ran less often than Tampa Bay. That's expected to change, though. Rachaad White, also a sub-4 a run guy. He's the lead man for Tampa Bay's ground attack.
Here's the snap, handoff, and running to the right. Hurdling over the line is Rachaad White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Fire the cannons, Bucs score.
The 2023 NFL season is back, and so am I, game preview guy, wearing my bag like a boss. We don't need any more talking heads, just more football to talk about. And that's what I ask you all to do in the comment section. Fill in the missing aspects of this matchup, add a prediction if you would. And remember when the Bucs and Vikings were interdivision rivals? We just dropped a new NFL Explained on NFL Throwback, covering the evolution of NFL rivalries and the divisions that at times had Tampa Bay and Minnesota as arch enemies, just in case you're into that kind of thing. Our panel of 10 score pickers are back too. Happy football, everybody.
The panel, by the way, NFL Network folk, Colleen Wolfe, Daniel Jeremiah, MJD, Adam Rank, Marcus Grant, NFL.com writers Kevin Patra, Grant Gordon, Eric Edelm, Nick Shook. Eventually those little dashes will show who's doing best.